Hello and welcome to Behind the DM Screen. My name is Ted and I have over 19 years of DM experience. I'm the DM for Inverness, The Great Beyond, that is ran live on Twitch every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. EST. These videos describe what I was thinking during key scenes during the session and how I reacted as a DM. This session is session 3, called Choices. The big reason why it was called Choices is because the players themselves had to decide whether or not they wanted to give up a tremendously powerful sword in order to save someone's soul and possibly somebody's life. So, I'm going to come up with the key scenes and the key spots where I had to make some choice decisions. We're going to start at minute mark 20, and where I antagonize the players with the barkeep again. I tell them what a nice job they have doing cleaning the bathhouse, and this was done as a break from the constant roleplay.
Let you guys know you did a great job cleaning up the place. I could practically eat off the floor.
And it was done to mix it up a bit and allow players a comedic moment of sorts, because I felt that the players are going to have a lot of roleplay to do. This was 20 minutes in, and they have been role-playing since minute 1. So from there, at 42 minutes, the players have been spending a tremendous amount of time at this point role-playing, and someone in the party wants some action. Remember, at this point, the players have been talking to each other about what to ask them for about 45 minutes. I began a roleplay session in the chat to a player that went downstairs in order to fast forward the experience before usually at this point the players need to make some moves.
I'd like a bag of magic stones.
Unfortunately, there is no leader yet for the group, so I've kind of grown accustomed to the players being pushed hard in a direction, and have encouraged the players to take action from that push, whether it be from a player, whether it be from the DM, whether it be from anybody else. The players ultimately finally go down the stairs, and we begin the roleplay with Mahadi. The Mahadi roleplay is really straightforward. I gain the players' trust with Mahadi through roleplaying and other things and talking to them. They finally sign the contract and they give the sword of Ezekiel, which that's what we used as the weapon of choice. And Beacon got back his soul, and they have a path to the elixir to go ahead and save Thorka and remove the curse from him. I also included free food and stay with Mahadi, as this was an easy vessel for the players to be able to have a tavern like they do in Inverness. However, now the players know that there's going to be a fight at the Coliseum, located within the demiplane that Mahadi and his Wandering Emporium reside. I did a Coliseum because most players do not want all roleplay. It is terrible. Do not ever do a full roleplay session unless you know the players are perfectly okay with that. And keep in mind, at this point, we're at around 45 minutes, so the players that really hanker for combat and for those things are really hankering for it at this point, and they're growing. They're getting mean. So from there at 155, the players are set up the same way. And they realize the cloak that there's hovering off the ground inside of the Colosseum signifies another sin, this time greed. Greed is not easy. He was not designed to be easy. He's a modified nightmare shepherd from the Theros books. He ultimately has over 600 life, dealing loads of AoE damage,
Perish.
summoning shadows in order to steal players' strength, and potentially killing them before they can make the killing blow. As is everything, no combat is just simply a combat, since the players are given the blessing of Mahadi to take care of this. And since Mahadi works with Asmodeus, Asmodeus being essentially the devil, that means that even Asmodeus has had enough with the sins. This means the players have another plot to uncover with the sins and Asmodeus' real plan. Pretty crazy stuff. At 225, I wanted to create a really dramatic moment for Beacon. And as the sword is connected to whom it feels most accustomed to, it goes to Beacon and powers him up. And you feel like time has stopped. Everything is kind of stopped, and you're not entirely sure what's going on. This cool ambience and this hum fills your mind. Your patron finally comes to you again as you collapse, and it looks at you and says, Beacon, you have finally proven yourself worthy. I think it's time for you to show the world what your true worth is. Are you prepared, Beacon? And you feel that you can speak right now.
I guess he, if he's able to, he tries to kneel in a way and say it's celestial and it's
So I try to create a dramatic
try to
moment for
anyway.
Beacon. The sword is connected to him,
Oh,
and it comes and powers him up. I really highly recommend watching this live because it's a great way to interpret and feel the tension made this way. Like everything in the world is shifting back into place. When this starts, I turn the music off. The combat practically stops. Beacon is brought for basically a wild ride until it's finally Tignum's turn. And then I turn the music back on, and everyone in the party is just shocked. All the monsters around him, you start feeling refreshed. Beacon gets all of his health back, and he gets all of his strength back. Really, really cool stuff. Last but not least, at 341,
Well, at least
I give another
now
hint that Asmodeus and Mahadi has been dealing with the
That's
sins.
true. Yes, I'll be able to use the Colosseum,
And we
you'll
have
be able to
Beacon,
make
and we
money on
give
the
Beacon kind of the
Colosseum now
okay
that
from
the
Mahadi that
season's
he can
gone,
keep his
and
blade.
you've
And
defeated
we
two
do
out
this
of the seven
because
sins.
we
So great job.
want to give Beacon not only a special moment, but we don't want to remove that moment from him. The sword made a decision. We want to abide by that decision, and if Beacon dies, he dies. But in the meantime, we have to allow him to go ahead make the decisions that way to lose his life in that sense. We shouldn't be punishing our own players, especially for things that we do for them and things that we're trying to project for them. So, and that was it. This is a bit of a shorter one because there was a lot of role playing, which was fantastic. I can't complain at all. If you want to check out the entire session, please check it out on YouTube. Tell me if I miss anything. Don't hesitate to comment and let me know if you think that there's something else that I may have missed, or if you want any clarification on anything that I do. I upload these on a regular basis. It would be a tremendous help if you were to subscribe to the YouTube channel. My goal is to get at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't think it's crazy to think that that is impossible. So that would be fantastic if that could happen. If you want to join us live on Twitch when it's happening, live on Twitch on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We always stop at 10:30. The players' next session is that they're going to be in the Wandering Emporium. They're going to go to the second layer of hell, or the second step. They don't know what's going on in the second layer of hell. I take a look right now at my Discord, and I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all from the group of anybody asking about it. So it is what it is. They're going to find out when they do. um, Otherwise, there's going to be lots and lots of interesting challenges. The players really don't know anything about the Sins plot. There are multiple other plots that are going on. And that's it. Thank you for coming by. And this is behind the DM screen. So long, everybody. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll talk to you.